Hello, my name is Jonathan Potter, and this is Project Superhuman, where we reach our potential. I got a comment to talk about books that I would recommend, so in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 books that changed my life. The first book on the list is The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. This book provides daily insights based on Stoic philosophy from ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, one of my favorites. You're intended to read a page or so every single day. This book inspired me to live with greater purpose, to be more disciplined, to have a happier life. It helped me get through one of the lowest times in my life where I was depressed, and it's something that you can revisit every year, so I highly recommend it, especially if you're new to Stoic philosophy. The second book on the list is The Almanac of Naval Ravikant by Eric Jorgensen. It's basically a book of a collection of wisdom from Naval Ravikant. It covers wealth, success, and happiness, and is curated through Naval's tweets, podcasts, and interviews that he's been part of. One of the biggest points that I pulled from the book is this concept called leverage. Just like the physics term, you can get more work out of the time that you put in. Examples of leverage include coding or making videos or other media, writing, something that lasts beyond the work that you put into it. The first half of the book focuses on wealth and success, and the second part of the book focuses on happiness. The happiness part of the book is actually fairly unique because Naval manages to kind of mix together Eastern philosophy, Western philosophy, and build it into a simple system that's focused on meditation and inner peace, especially if you haven't been exposed to those kinds of concepts, especially Eastern spirituality. The third book on the list is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This is the quintessential self-help book on mastering interpersonal communication and relationships. It teaches you how to understand other people's perspectives and make others feel like they're being listened to. It's honestly a book that I need to revisit because it's a very actionable book on how to be a better human to other humans. And if you truly care about others and want to cultivate good relationships, it's definitely something you should read. The fourth book on the list is I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. It's a personal finance book, and to be honest, I read many personal finance books before it. So this book in particular didn't change my life, but it is the personal finance book that I would recommend if someone were to ask me. It's a pretty in-depth guide to personal finance and covers all the basics to reach financial independence. The concept that I enjoyed the most from the book was automating your finances, essentially having your savings and investing automatically happen where you don't have to think about it. And as a computer science, I love automating things. So I followed all the steps in the book to automate my finances so my savings and investments grow without me thinking about it. And the younger you are, I think the more important it is to read a personal finance book. I was lucky because I took a personal finance class in high school and it taught me so much. I think because of that class, I've been able to make much smarter decisions with my finances and lets me live a much better life because of it. So if you're someone young without any experience in personal finance, this book is something I would heavily recommend, and you should read it as soon as possible because saving and investing early will compound to a much higher level the younger you are. Of course, if you're a bit older and you still need experience with this, it's also still a good book to read no matter what age you are. The fifth book on my list is The Millionaire Fastlane by M.J. DeMarco. This book isn't for everyone, but if you want to become an entrepreneur, I feel like it's a must read. This book is about achieving financial independence quickly rather than focusing on traditional methods like investing, like the last book that we just talked about. But quickly doesn't necessarily mean easy. It means creating a scalable business that leverages your time, money, and effort rather than working hours at a 9-to-5 job. It's the first book that really pushed me towards entrepreneurship. It opened my eyes to the concept that you create a lot of wealth through a lot of value to a lot of people. And if you've made it this far, I would highly recommend reading all of these books. They've definitely changed my life. And I think you should read more books than just these 5. I think you should read lots of books. I've gained so much knowledge and wisdom from books, and I think books are kind of unique compared to a lot of the media that we consume on the daily basis. Like this YouTube video didn't take me very long to make, but books take years to write, and you really have to know what you're talking about to really be able to put enough effort into a book for it to be worthwhile for you. And something that I've really learned from books is that books is a way to store wisdom. And if you're especially young, books are the fastest way to really gain wisdom. A lot of what you gain from books is actually knowledge and not wisdom, but the fact that you can learn from other people's lives and their stories means that you can gain experiences that you wouldn't be able to get unless you were to go through it yourself. You're able to live through other people's lives through these books, and I believe it's much easier to do that than with other forms of media that we have, because most authors pour their hearts and souls into these books. Some of them don't, obviously, but you understand what I mean. So it's a great way of expanding both your knowledge and your wisdom. And with that, thanks for watching, and let's go out and improve ourselves.